Coach's Corner is your source. Baseball, football, soccer, and hoops. The Coach's Corner has the scoop. It's the Coach's Corner with Andy.
Covering Tri-State sports, it's the Coach's Corner with Andy on 92.1 The GOAT.
It's the Coach's Corner.
Hey, I'm Andy. We're hanging out on the Coach's Corner today, and we have a very special guest, two very special guests. We have Piper Meredith. She is the recent state champion in the 1A, 2A golf for Boonsboro, right? Am I correct? 1A, 2A, right?
Yes.
Okay, and her coach, John Miller. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Great.
Good. It's good to see you guys. Good to have you on. Piper, you're very welcome. Piper, congratulations. Huge milestone, huge accomplishment. And you're only a junior, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. So walk us through a little bit about that day when you won the state championship, how you were feeling. Are you a celebrity at school now?
I think so. It was so crazy to come home and everybody kind of knew what was happening and all the support was so overwhelming. But yeah, going into day one, just teeing it up for the first time. You know, I've been to states. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. That was my 5th time, right?
Mhm.
5th time at states. And it was just the same feels I've been feeling. I've had the nerves, but I knew the course. And it was just a matter of putting it in the hole 18 times. So I was very confident, but I never got overconfident and rushed anything. I just kept my pace, kept breathing, never looked at the leaderboard, and, you know, got the job done on day one. And then after day one, I told my dad and my coach, I said, I have to play like I'm in last place tomorrow. Like, there is no backing down of what I do. So I woke up, did all my superstitions and teed it up again and still slowed down, kept my pace, and like actually got the job done. It's so surreal and I still can't process it, but I'm just so grateful I could do it with Boonsboro on my chest and, you know, do it for the school.
And you know, as a lot of people probably know, golf is not an easy sport.
Yeah.
It
is
by
not.
far is probably one of the hardest sports I'm going to say I've attempted, because I wouldn't really call my golfing playing.
Yeah.
I spend more time with the ball retriever in my hand than I do a club. So, congratulations again to you. That's really cool. So, just being a junior at Boonsboro, you have another year coming up, your senior year. Are you looking to repeat?
Yeah, I mean, that's always the goal, to throw up a 2 for 2, but there's no added pressure. You know, I did the job, so let's just keep the eye on the top 5 and see what happens.
Now, Boonsboro's got a pretty storied history of county champions on the golf team. You guys have had county champs the past 8 years in a row, district champions in 2021, and you were state runner-up. And Piper, you're actually the 4th Washington County player to win the MPSSAA Girls Golf State title, and you're the first to do it in actually 16 years.
Wow.
And the first Boonsboro golfer to win a state title, correct?
Yeah.
Is that right, John?
Yes, correct.
That sounds right. Yeah. So now that you're a celebrity at school, are you getting do you have like a limo take you to school? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I love this story. I talked to John a little bit before we met today on our interview here, and John told a little bit about the story about how he discovered you at a little place in Hagerstown that a lot of people probably know, Yinglings Golf Center. I love going there for the driving range and the par 3. So, John, tell us a little bit about that day. Walk us through what happened, how you discovered Piper, and let's hear the story. Let's hear how it happened.
All right. Well, we take the team out there every Monday for par 3, a scramble, a friendly camaraderie, build a little teamship stuff. And we're up there getting ready to go. And we look down on the range and we're like, check this girl out down here. Not that way, but you know what I'm saying. And I said, she's like a seasoned professional. Who is that? Nobody knew. So we kept watching her. I'm like, man, well, anytime I'm anyplace, anywhere, and I see a junior golfer, I always ask them, what school do you go to? So I said, I can't take it any longer. I walked up to her to ask her who she was and where would she go to school. And I look up and I noticed that I knew her father, her dad, Eric. I knew he was the principal at Boonsboro Elementary School. And he said, yeah, she's going to be coming to Boonsboro next year. And from then on, you know, the legend started to build. And luckily she came to us, and it has been a great ride ever since.
So the stars aligned and destiny took place. Destiny took
Yeah,
over, huh? That's pretty
definitely.
cool.
It was crazy. Yeah.
That's awesome. So when you guys do you said you'd go to Yinglings weekly with
Yeah,
your team?
yeah.
Is that kind of considered your guys' practice, or do you do more than just that weekly get together?
No, right. No, it used to be that we went to Yinglings every Monday. We now switched that over to Black Rock. So on Mondays we do a par three, mix the teams up, make scrambles out of them, something for fun. Tuesdays is always range day where they get individual work and we can divide them up and do skills and things that need worked on. Wednesdays are always the qualifier. So they're divided up. Everyone gets to qualify for the Thursday match. And then Thursdays are matches. We give them Fridays off for them to do whatever. A lot of kids like to, have jobs or play some kind of tournament on the weekend. So that's kind of how we set it up for them. You don't really need to play that much golf to get good at it. You just have to have perfect practice makes perfect.
Yeah. So I always thought the more you played, the better you got. But like you said, I discovered the more I play, the worse I get because I get so frustrated with it. But I love playing it though. I'll still keep going back out and playing it, and it's really cool to see somebody so young as yourself, Piper, succeed like you have.
Thank
Your golfers take lessons from area pros too, right? You guys had Brian Dayhoff as an assistant coach at one point,
Right.
and you currently have Jeff McAvoy and Buck Waters, right? Is that correct?
Right. Correct.
So,
Yep.
so they give lessons to your players, your golfers. How often do they get that interaction with those local pros like that?
Well, the local pros, the assistant coaches are not the local pros.
Okay.
We have people like Chuck Thatcher, Billy Huffman from Beaver Creek, of course, Dave Greer from Yinglings, Dan Neff has helped us some. So we have those local pros. Our kids will take lessons from them during the off season, during the season. We as the coaches are not necessarily swing coaches. So if you need to tweak your swing, it's more done, or it's better for you to do that with a professional. But at the team level, we work on course strategies. We work on slight things that we can do with them. Both Dayhoff and McAvoy have a lot of golf under their belt. Dayhoff played at the college level. McAvoy just plays all the time. Buck Waters is a well-known coach, mainly in girls basketball, but he's more like the team psychologist. I think the three of us and with Dayhoff over the years, our coaching styles really blend together as one coach, and I think it has been
That's cool.
It's been really good for the team.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You said team psychologist, and it makes you think, and a lot of people are probably thinking team psychologist, but golfing is just as much a mental sport as it is a physical. I think most people probably think it's mostly you're using your, there's mental aspects to it, but there's a lot more physical than you think. Soreness is a big thing for me after I golf. I'm sure not for you, Piper, because you do it every day. But yeah, you can really get into your head when you're out there on the course, especially if you're having an off day. What do you do, Piper, to kind of keep yourself grounded and keep your focus and kind of get yourself back on track if you fall off a little bit?
Yeah, I always say golf is 80% mental and 20% skill. And I mean, I think one of the best things I've improved on in my whole life of golfing is definitely my mental. If I make a bad shot or I go make a bogey, I put the ball in the hole, and the next hole I need to fix it. And I just calm myself down. It's all positive talks. Even if I'm, putting for a bogey, I'm telling myself I can make this putt. I am the best putter in the world. Like, I say that kind of stuff just to assure, my body is going to execute the shot. It takes a lot of grit and passion to continue to get through the hole and keep fighting, just little things like that, just the self-talk and the positive thoughts. And I mean, it's hard. Golf is so hard mentally because not every shot is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So, John, a lot of your golfers that come in to try out for you already have some experience probably in the area. you guys organize a big one is the Black Rock Summer Series. You and Jeff McBoy organized that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah, sure. The Black Rock Summer Series is really for high school players, middle school, even elementary school kids in the area. And it's about 6 to 8 weeks. Once a week, they come out and play varied degrees. Some high school, college kids are 18 holes, middle school, 9 holes, elementary, like 5 or 6 holes. It's all match. It's not necessarily lessons here for that. But then Jeff and I also teach, do a clinics for the Washington County Rec Department at Black Rock also on in September and in May on Saturday mornings. That's really junior. That's instruction. That's hands-on, small group, individualized learning, if you want to say. And then that's kind of what we do as far as junior golf. But all over the county, Yinglings, Beaver Creek, they all have junior golf summer programs they can go to. I know Piper does a ton of stuff outside of the school system off season that helps with her lessons and plays in junior tours and all that stuff. So, but I think what happened with our players this year and last year that success breeds success.
Mm-hmm.
So these kids are putting in the work before the season even starts.
Mm-hmm.
They on day one, if we really had to, on day one of tryouts, we could play a match. That's how ready Boonsboro's team is.
Yeah.
So
That's
that
awesome.
says a lot to the commitment of the kids. They're buying into the program that we've started 8 years ago. And I think it just builds on the success.
That's wonderful to hear. That's really cool. So, a lot of people, when they think of golf, they think of watching it on TV as an individual sport. Most people, but it's really cool to see the high school teams come together as a team. And John, you mentioned a big part of your team are the upperclassmen setting examples for your underclassmen on not only how to play the game, but how to handle the game, like Piper was saying, mentally, as well as the physical side. And Piper, John mentioned you as being a prime example of this. Do you have any situations, Piper, where you've helped other underclassmen to succeed?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. We had a new girl come on the team this year, and she was terrified. And when I was coming on my freshman year, I remember I was like, 2 feet tall, and I was standing around like these 8 feet guys who were so intimidating and can hit the ball a mile. And so I kind of put myself in her shoes, and I was like, you know what did I want my freshman year and what can I give to her? So just the female to female connection and being a freshman, I've been there. I feel the nerves. So as much as possible, I'm assuring her she's welcome on the team. There's nothing to be intimidated about. And, just I don't know. It was cool to have a girl come on the team, and I kind of saw myself through her. So
Yeah.
And let me interject from the outside looking in.
Mm.
The lessons and stuff that she did with our new girl, I videotaped it because I'm going to save it when she's finished her professional career. And Piper's giving lessons on the Golf Channel.
Yep.
This is where it started because she has been taught so well that she transfers that to instruction of others.
Yeah.
And
That's rare.
she'll be a fantastic golf professional teacher.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's rare, especially in a I don't mean this in an offensive way, Piper, but a kid. Like it's rare to see a younger kid take that and, like you said, John, transfer it to instructions to other people. So Piper, we'll keep this interview too, so that way when you're a famous golfer, we can refer back to it. Okay. So and make sure you get me out on the course with you if I'm still
Yes, definitely.
trying to play. So coming up, obviously you're looking to repeat. That's always the goal, is to win the state title. Any other goals that you have for yourself going into next season as a senior?
Well, one, are you aware that she has applied for the high school national championship?
You did mention that to me the other day. Yes. Tell us a little bit about that. What does that entail? What are you going to do? What's the process?
Yeah, it's going to be the same process as I tee it up for a 9-hole match, the state championship, the county match. It's just we're going to put our blinders on, we're going to grind and get the job done.
It's in Pinehurst.
Oh, cool. When does it start? When does it start?
It is in July
Oh, okay.
next year. Yeah. But, as I approach any other tournament, I approach it as the state championship because, I mean, as we've seen statistically, like the work that you put yourself in these situations, it pays off. So it's just, take everything seriously. There is no, it's my senior year or whatever,
Yeah.
the job's already done. It's not for me. Like personally, my off season, I'm only going to get better, and I'm just as hungry as I was last year.
So how many colleges out there have golf programs? Do you have any you're looking at, or?
There is a number that I get told a lot. It's like, I want to say like 400 some, 420. There's like a magic number out there of the girls golf program, which it is really nice because there's guys golf at almost every college,
Yeah.
and to see the female golf industry get so popular is really nice. But yeah, playing collegiately is definitely one of my goals.
Have you had any schools reach out to you yet?
Yes, I have. I started the recruiting process is so long and so stressful. I think I started emailing colleges my freshman year, I guess in the winter, and legally they can't talk to you until your sophomore summer, like July 15th, I think, something like that. And after that date, there was a couple colleges who hit me up like after a couple weeks after it, and I was like, oh my goodness, wait, this is crazy. So it's been really cool. I just have to make sure they have the major I want. I'm going to feel safe at the campus. I'm not just looking at golf, but obviously golf is going to be the priority.
Well, Piper, I can definitely tell just by chatting here today, you have a great head on your shoulders. You're going to do big things.
Thank you.
John, congratulations on your successes as well over there with Boonsboro and the golf program. I'm sure you guys will churn out more state champions, and hopefully Piper will get another one next year.
Thank you.
Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much. Certainly hope so.
Of course, guys. Thanks for hanging out today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.